Good evening, everybody. As you can probably tell from looking around this room, things are a little different. I'm wearing a different shirt. I am in a different place entirely. I'm also going to be posting at a different time because YouTube is doing something now where I have to God, I don't know, make some sort of like account. I have to verify. I have to verify something. I don't know. Don't care. I just want to get into today's content. Pretty new stuff. I think I have a little more Joey than usual, so I mean we're breaking ground. But all jokes aside, I actually did want to do something a little, off the beaten path. Keeping with the theme of me having a different shirt and being in a different room. I'd like to tell you guys a pretty funny story of mine, and it involves a childhood friend that I'll call Lucic Diamond Eyes. Yes, but you haven't heard that name in a while. Yeah, so me and Lucic Diamond Eyes, we have been good friends since he was 3 and I was 6, pretty much. So back in the dinosaur days, I guess, whenever the world was in black and white. I don't know, but I was maybe 11 or 12. I think 11. Oh my god. So yeah, 11, 12, something like that, and I'd been invited by Lucic's family to go with them to some pool parks, around Houston. And if you guys know Houston, if any of you guys are from there, you understand it's this giant concrete parking lot that just goes on forever. So there's a billion suburbs and a billion pool parks or whatever. I don't even know where I was. Like I don't even know if I was like east, north, south. I just in this general area, in this suburban hellhole. There there was one park we went to, and nothing bad happened at all. It was great. It was fun. Whatever. The second one, the second one is where the shit went down, pretty much. So, I haven't had one of these in a while. The second one, there was this big slide, and I didn't want to go up the big slide, pretty much. Because, I was a huge pussy. Like, every 11-year-old boy is one. And they're trying really hard not to be, but they all are. They're across the board. I don't care if you're like one of those child soldier guys in like I don't know some cartel. Like you're actually a bitch if you're still 11. So I am at that age where I have some shit to prove. And in front of me in line is this girl who I thought was like drop dead gorgeous. 16, I think she's like 16 years old, just based off of my judgment, I think. And she had like a belly button ring that was obviously done by her friends without her mom knowing. Like it was a rough looking belly button piercing job, but that did it for me. And suddenly all my fear went away. I didn't care. I wasn't even focused on the slide while I was in it. I was just thinking, how's this gonna play out, right? So there is the catchment pool, I guess. Whenever you're done with a big slide like that, where you can lose speed and then climb back out. So I'm like hiding a little bit in that pool, looking up to see where she walks off to. I find her table full of friends. I get out of the pool, and what do you know? Right by my feet is this disgusting hair tie in this hot, gross fucking water, and I'm like, hey. I'm gonna grab this, and I walk up to her and I said, "Here, you dropped this." Very tricky, very smart on my part, and I think she might have actually had a hair tie, or maybe that was her hair tie. I don't know. And she was like, "Thank you." So obviously, I'm in now, right? I go over to the snack table where Lucic and company, I guess, are sitting, because Lucic's mom had like an entire grocery store pretty much. She had like 2 sets of grapes, all these oranges, sandwiches. And what she really had a lot of was I think like three packages of Oreos. Now, given she's got 4 kids, and they're all Tasmanian devils, I guess. They just ate a lot and fought a lot and screamed and ran around. So I can understand having that much stuff. But the thing of it was, I was kind of having a hard time picking. But what I settled on was the Oreos. And I went up to the girl with the Oreos and I said, "This is as sweet as you are. I think you should have it." The reception at that time was a little different. By now, she caught on to what my motivation was, and given the fact that she's 16 and I'm 11, it didn't really go over well. She was like, "Yeah, thanks." Her friends are laughing at me, and I have no social skills when it comes to that stuff, now or ever. So I think it's great. This is good. But even then, I could tell that the response wasn't nearly as gratifying. So I pulled Lucic aside and I said, "Lucic, I need you to be my wingman. I need you to go over to that girl and tell her about all the cool stuff that we do." Because I don't know if anybody who watches this is or has ever been a 16-year-old girl, but I think the kind of things that I did, having like dinosaur toys and like playing Call of Duty 3, but not like online because my dad was too cheap for Xbox Live, just with my sister. I think those are the kind of things that would really impress a 16-year-old girl. You know. But I don't know. If any of you in the comments know, you'll have to tell me, I guess. So I'm hiding very poorly behind a bush as Lucic is talking to this girl. And by the way, Lucic's 9. He's 9 during this. So just imagine how that shit looks. And I'm hiding very poorly behind a bush. Like the bush is basically up to like where my chest might be, and I'm like visibly staring over it. And she makes eye contact with me, and I think, well, now we made eye contact, so I gotta, go take control of the situation. So I step out and I strut over and I said, "I see you've heard some things about me. What do you think of me now?" And she says something to the effect of, "I think that you're too young for me and you're being creepy and I want you to kind of leave me alone." Ouch. Harsh. Oh shit. Okay, that side was going really hard. Just hope you guys caught that. Anyway. So I don't know what I say to that. Oh, and yeah, she caps it off by saying, "You're gross, you're too young, I also have a boyfriend." And like many shitty guys who don't know anything about anything, I say, "No, you don't." Right? The person I should have been paying more attention to is the very jacked lifeguard adjacent to her on his little douchebag lifeguard chair, I guess. And he turns down, he like turns and looks and says, "Hey babe, is he bothering you?" I didn't admit it to myself right then, but I think I knew this was like bad now. And she's like, "Yeah, he's being a little creep. I'm not comfortable." And this meathead dude is like, "You better get the fuck out of here, or I'm gonna kick your ass." And he's like, I would say 17 or maybe her age. So this isn't like an adult saying this to me, at least. And I'm getting pissed off about it. I don't know why I had this much self-confidence at all. But, and this is important, a few moments earlier he had called Adult Swim. And I was so caught up in all of this drama that I wasn't really, thinking about it. And Lucic didn't tell me at any point either. So, yeah, this guy is getting like pissed off, and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't need this," or something like that. I need to make a cool guy entrance, a real cool guy entrance. So I do this like jackknife thing behind me into the pool, and I'm about like halfway there, and then he whistles his little whistle and says, "It's adult swimming. You have to get out." And I'm like, "No, it's not." And Lucic is like, Yes, it is. So, fuck, right? Instinctively, I start swimming to the nearest edge where I can climb up. But by the time I've gotten to that edge, I realize that's where, the lifeguard and the girl are, and they're both staring at me, and I've already swam there. So then I swim the other way, all the way across the pool. It is completely silent, except for me going splurp, blurp, blurp as I, like, do these doggy paddles, probably. So obviously, when I get out of the pool, I run straight to the bathroom and cry my eyes out. I cry my eyes out for 5 minutes, I think, probably longer. No girl ever likes me. Gonna die alone. Blah 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 blah. The huge, I think. And the thing of it is, this is a pretty shitty public pool bathroom, so there's like this vent somewhere that goes directly to like the outside. And I hear Lusick and his younger brother. Man, oh man. Shit, guys, I gotta go back to the old videos where I just ate these. That was way better. God. Okay. Okay. Back on track here. I hear Lusick and his brother arguing. I don't know what. I don't know why. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There, the brother is saying to Lusick, "You won't do it. You can't do it." Or you don't. You're not gonna do it because you're a pussy. Something like that. I don't know what it is they're talking about. And Lusick is like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. It's stupid. I'm not gonna do it. You're a pussy. I'm not gonna do it. Do it. No. Do it. No. Do it." And keep in mind, Lusick was that guy. He may still well be that guy. Like every time I hung out with Lusick, we would get into some kind of trouble that just should not have happened. I think whenever he was like 7, at some point, he filled like a super squirter with piss and like squirted a cop car as it drove by. Like this guy has just always been out there. So while every time I hang out with him, it's always like a gamble in a way. And yeah, Lusick eventually says yes, I'm gonna do it, or like I'll prove you wrong or something. And then I just hear like this heavy metal switch go. And if you've ever heard like pipes when it's really cold, how they're all stuck and they go like, they got that noise. I heard that, but like like it was coming from inside me, like the loudest pipe noise you could imagine. And then I hear screaming somewhere else, somewhere far away. I run to the back. They've like hopped a gate fence that was locked. They couldn't get through. They hopped the fence. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And I see that Lusick has switched off the water main for the whole park. All the water gone, done. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here! Come on, come on, come on! They hop the fence. We're like getting Lusick's mom, like, hey, isn't it a great time to leave? We're done now. And yeah, we almost get out of there. We almost fucking do it. But the lifeguard stops us. He's grilling Lusick. I'm just there. And, they find out they shut off the water. And then the lifeguard comes to me. He bans Lusick for life. And then he just turns to me like, you're banned too. I'm like, I didn't do anything. He's like, you know what you did. So, yeah, then I got the wonderful privilege of waiting in a van in hot ass Houston. Lusick's parents weren't in there, so the air conditioning wasn't turned on. But I didn't want to be outside where the fucking lifeguard could see me. And then I just hear the parents yelling at him in the parking lot. So that was a little summer memory of mine, a long while ago. If you enjoy my personal ramblings, let me know. And if you'd like more political content, let me know about that too. But I think I'll finish this piece of political commentary, and I'll see you guys around. And once again, good evening.